Hey guys, it's me, Jay Stone, Master Brand Coach. I'm going to apologize in advance for my voice. I'm super tired, and anytime I'm a little bit tired, my voice kind of plays hide and go seek with me. So anyway, today is the first day after the last photo shoot. So for those of you who don't know, I have recently decided to reopen the agency side of the brand strategy company. So I've been in business 16 years. This is year 17. And for the first 9 years, there was a full-blown agency, meaning graphic design, web development, all of those things. So I decided, probably about year 9, to take away the actual visual branding and to focus on just the strategy, because that seemed to be the place where people were just really, really struggling. And so because of that, I was just the strategist from about 2010 until about 2016. And so you couldn't come to me and ask me to do like logos, websites, those kinds of things. So in 2000, I made the decision to kind of do the visual branding for a select number of people over the past year or so. And I kept it really, really quiet because I didn't know if I really wanted to go back and open a full-blown agency, because agencies are a lot of work to have, the staff and things like that. So I finally made the decision to go ahead and do that. And I kind of semi-announced it to the world at my conference by opening a program called BrandIfic. So if you follow the hashtag brand, BrandIfic, BrandIfic. And I launched this program, and there are 20 individuals that we're taking through the process of branding. Now, basically, the process of branding is, your strategy, the blueprint that you have to have. Who are you? What do you do? How do you show up in the marketplace? What are your brand colors? Those kinds of things. That's basically your business model. From there, we go into photo shoots. We do logos, social media backgrounds, websites, speakers kit. And so when you walk away from this program, it takes 5 months. When you walk away from this program, you actually walk away ready to do what you do best, which is just to sell, just to be the expert. So we had to do a photo shoot. So the program, I think I opened up 12 slots, and we ended up with like 20 people going through the program. So the reception was like overwhelming. It was overwhelming. And so now that brings us to today. So we ended up doing, because we had so many people join the program, we had to do 3 different sessions of photo shoots, 3 different photo shoots. And so yesterday was the last of the 3. And after the last person walked out the door, I was just breathing. And a lot of these people had done photo shoots before, and they were like, this is a completely different experience from what I've had in the past. And I was like, I'm going to do a Facebook Live just to explain what the difference is and why. Okay. So the reason why it's important to have a brand strategist and a creative director involved in your process from beginning to end is because the whole focus is to get you on brand. So photographers are worried about one thing. The photographer is worried about if you look good in the photos, right? And then people say, well, I'm not really a stylist, so I hired a stylist. And the stylist is trying to make sure that you look cute and the clothes are good for your body type, okay? So nobody's focused on the brand. And you're so nervous, like I spend a lot of money on the pictures, I spend a lot of money on these clothes, I just want to show up and just be the client, okay? But nobody's telling you whether or not this is on brand, right? Do the colors. They don't have to match your brand colors, but they can't clash with your brand colors. So I had several clients where it's like, when we finally nail down the brand colors, your photos clash. It doesn't work. When we finally nail down who you're going after, the photos that you took are like all glam or all lifestyle, and it's not going to attract the audience that you're after. All right. So the biggest difference is you have to keep the brand in the forefront. Okay. The other thing is, so let's break down what that means by keeping the the brand in the forefront. All right. First thing is your color scheme, your brand, your clothes for the photo shoot should be within your brand color scheme. And like I always tell people, sometimes based on what's in season, you can't find an exact match for your color scheme. But at least make sure that you don't pick colors that clash. For example, if you've got, pinks and mauves, don't go somewhere and get, an orange dress. It's going to clash with your color palette. Okay, so I'm all for looking good, but you have to also look on brand. The other thing is, don't focus so much on being highly fashionable. If you're highly fashionable, that can also date your photos, meaning, oh, that dress ain't even in style no more. So you kind of want to choose something that is timeless, okay? And you want to choose something that also looks good on you, but also communicates. So a lot of times I see people, they got on shorts, they got on strapless dresses, they got on little party stuff. It looks great on them. They look great in. You got on mini skirts, but nobody's going to hire a strategist in a mini skirt. Nobody's going to hire a consultant in a strapless dress. Nobody's going to hire a speaker in booty shorts. All of that is fashionable. All of that looks cute on you, but it's not on brand. And I know one time I had a client that was a health professional. She was like a licensed nurse, and all her clothes looked like she just stepped out of an Essence photo shoot. That was great, but nothing about this photo shoot said nursing. All right? So it's important that you have someone in your circle or in your crew that focuses on ultimately what is the brand. Who are we selling to? If that person saw this picture, what would they buy from you? Okay, if your ideal person saw this photo, right? If you want to sell to Oprah, if Oprah saw this photo, would it mean that she would buy from you or not? And so when people come to me and they say, I have this specific goal, I want to be on Oprah, I want to be on Steve Harvey. When they go to your website, when they look at your photos, is it going to attract them? And if the answer is no, then the photos haven't done their job. And that's really important. The photos have a job to do. It's not just to make you look good, okay? Your photography has a job to do. Its job is to sell you as the expert that you are. Get your ego out of it. Get out of trying to validate yourself that, I'm not pretty. I don't look good. Okay, but you're going to use these photos to fix the shit that your mama couldn't fix. You see what I'm saying? That's not what branded photo shoots are for. This is specifically to position you to sell what you say that your core offering is. This is not to validate you and make you feel pretty. That's not really what it's about. We want you to look good, but I'm not focused on making you, repairing the broken shit that's in you in this photo shoot. That's not what it's for. So those are some of the things that I felt like you need to look at. And then the other thing oftentimes is location. Okay? Location, location, location. You keep hearing that. Where you do your photo shoot. So there are clients where, if they're going for a high-end corporate look, then we have to put them in a high-end corporate setting. So everybody, wants to do these photo shoots in the boardroom, but, you got a lawn service company. No, if you got a lawn service company, we need to shoot you outside around grass and trees and shit. You know what I mean? And so location oftentimes has to communicate where you are, what you're selling, what you say that your service is. So those are just major, major factors where when I decide who I'm shooting and what I'm shooting and where I'm shooting, locations is dependent on what we're selling and also sometimes what you're wearing. So what I do a lot of times is I choose a location that has multiple different backgrounds, textures, and experiences that I can create for multiple clients. So if you're just doing just yourself in your photo shoot, make sure that you can create different experience. So get a location that has a lot of different, like when I say textures, that means brick versus concrete, buildings versus grass. There needs to be a lot of different experiences that you can create just based on where you're trying to be and what you're trying to sell. So that's my little tip for today. I know you guys haven't seen me in a while because I've been working this agency. So, and by the way, the agency is called The Brand Coach, which has always been the name of my business, my company. But you guys just know with JStone, they go to jstone.com. So I'll probably be making a formal announcement in the future about the agency. But for now, photo shoots are a wrap. Rhonda says, location is so important. I appreciate the team yesterday doing my brand photo shoot. The whole team experience was on point. Yes. So Rhonda White did hers. She was the last person on the last day. Also, Terry Sanders. Terry, hey, Terry. She did hers a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, that's it. I saw a couple of other folks that I didn't get a chance to speak to that said, hey, earlier. You guys know I can't multitask, so let me just say hi to some folks now. Hey, Princella. Hey, Jermaine. Hey, Tanya Tibbs. Hey, Theron. So I want to go back. Hey, Kat. So I want to go back to some of y'all because I can't multitask. So the location, the look and the location, yes. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm out of here. I'm going to check out this hotel and catch y'all on the flip side.